And we are live. What is going on, everyone? Back for the Asia Session scalping stream. And we got my buddy Aiden, who's pretty much my streaming partner at this point for these streams. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? Definitely looking forward to having another good session with you, hitting the US indices during the Asian session. Let's do it. See what we can do.
Let's do it, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe get your screen up because I just got to the chart. So maybe you can go over what you are looking at and I'll mark my levels. And by the way, guys, I am also going to announce the winners to my giveaway for the top one futures accounts on stream. We'll probably do that halfway through. Let's wait till we get some people in here before we do the giveaway. But let me get your screen up and you could kind of start kicking us off.
Yeah, beautiful. I'll be happy to do my analysis first this time. And let's see if we have anyone that comes in that shares the analysis that's maybe going to have something on the contrary, which is very interesting sometimes, right? Because last time we were on stream, we had some really good traders that were looking at both the long and the short side. And yeah, things panned out very interestingly, didn't they, on Friday last week, sorry.
Yeah, so, yeah. I ended up being red on Friday. I'm sure we'll talk about that too. Continue though, my bad.
Yeah, no, that's fine, man, no problem. So to get kicking off with today, what we're looking at, if we just do a bit of a recap on Friday's price action, we grinded up during this range. I was looking for a bullish move. I did catch it. So Friday, I ended up getting out here because I really wanted to call it a day. I was like, I'm done with the day. I had a couple of losses on gold or a few losses on gold. And I was like, I'm just going to get out with some profit. Ended up hitting the full profit target that I was looking for anyway up here, obviously in a bit more. And now it's had a bit of a retracement. So what I'm looking at is this particular range from top to bottom as the working range. And we're in the premium of that range. So the value area high is really where we actually ended up targeting, which would have been like the final and most extreme target, which I will eventually look at targeting when moves like this. But, I wanted to build up some profit on my prop firm. But yeah, hit that first, the value area high from Thursday, which is brilliant. We've actually bounced from that and started to actually change structure down. So if we look at even on the 15-minute chart, inverted this fair value gap here. We've created a new bearish one just on the Asian Open. So price has already shown we are moving down. I've had already a pretty decent push, to be honest. To be able to create a fair value gap like that on the 15-minute is pretty wild. But instead of just jumping in, I'll build a little bit of a fractal range. So looking even just on the range on the current day is what I'm doing here. So I would like to get an entry above the 50% of that current range, which happens to line in with this 15-minute fair value gap. So for me, that'll look like a pretty decent entry with the high stop above the current high of day. And then look for a bearish day. So what we'd be looking for here is for that, that break of structure really to continue. I'll probably be looking for pretty simple target, probably just a scalp below this current low here, which will take us really just to the 50% of this range. Overall, price is building pretty bullish. I won't be looking for a big move down. This is one of those moments where the short is the scalp. The big play is going to be probably the long. I can definitely see us continuing long from here. After we take out this low inside of this fair value gap, we potentially come into the discount of this range, maybe a little bit. Maybe into the value area low of Thursday, potentially. So let's just say we go somewhere between here and here. We'd be looking then to reverse and then go long. So I'm looking for something like that. If I draw it out for you here. So let's go up from there, down to there. And then we'd potentially be looking to break out from there, to be honest with you. The reason why I say that is, well, price is continuing it's continuing very strong upward momentum. Like even the previous range that I was working with here, we took out this low in such a strong way. And prices then continued to grind up. It's very difficult for me to say that we're at this all-time high area here and we're going to somehow flip bearish. It could happen. Could happen, but at least bullish until this monthly naked right there. Like that monthly naked is going to be.
There's a monthly naked POC.
There's a monthly naked POC and there's a daily fair value gap that we haven't hit yet right here. So and
Love it.
they align right
Yeah.
in the premium. So
Yeah.
that's a level. That is a level, and that level is going to be a magnet. So I'm ready for that level. I'm keen for it. I'm ready. I want to hit that. So I might even hold my trade, my long trade, when I get in up until that monthly naked. That will be
Yeah.
like, you know, uh, to me, that's confluence to the wazoo. That's a trade I will take again and again, like that, and stretch that target out, potentially get a nice risk reward. Boom. That's what I'll be looking for. So that's my plan for Nasdaq today.
I love it. I love it. I think the monthly naked POC is a great target just in general. I use naked POCs all the time, and
Yep.
similar way. I do like to use them as levels as well, like for maybe more classic support and resistance, but more often I actually like using them as draws on liquidity, a magnet for a target. So yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that. It also lines up with like 22,000 psychological, the daily fair value gap. I mean, all of that makes a lot of sense. I'll get
Yeah.
my screen up now and show you kind of what I'm seeing. It's pretty similar, man. Pretty
Please.
similar.
Yep.
I also would like to try and find a short on stream. I'm so tempted actually to just get in right now, but I'm going to
Hey.
practice a little bit of patience and at least go over
Yeah.
what I'm seeing.
Yes,
So
sir. Our bias is the same today. We gotta love it.
yeah, I love that. So first off, I agree with you. I mean, we are in deep premium overall, like on the 4-hour time frame. We're in a deep
Yep.
premium. Let me go to the daily real quick. As far as the daily goes, we're not really at any kind of key level. Maybe you could consider this like a daily order block of some form. And we've kind of been, we had a pretty good rejection from that when we first entered into that daily order block, but now we're going higher. And I also agree with you. I think the general direction is higher in this range. I also just like keeping it super simple. We have the premium daily fair value gap right here. I think it's a clear target. I think the market wants to make it to all-time highs sooner than later. But we could look for retracements here. We are in a deep premium. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some type of pullback first to shake some of these early longs out and then move higher. But what I'm seeing on the lower time frames is kind of helping indicate that. So number one, we have an S&T divergence up at the highs. So we just see, right here. It's like clear as day. So this candle, 10 a.m. candle on Thursday, ES has made, or NQ, excuse me, has made a lower high so far. ES made a higher high. So we have like clear as day bearish S&T. That alone is like, I'm going to be bearish today as long as that does not get invalidated. That's just super strong confluence. So let's go down to the 1 hour. Let me say what up to Casia. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name properly, but yes, we will be. I'll be giving the giveaway host, or I'll be announcing the winners of the giveaway soon on stream. We're just gonna wait for a few more people to get in here. But anyway, so yeah, clear bearish SMT. I mean, I'm bearish until that gets invalidated. As far as draws on liquidity, as far as a draw on liquidity goes, first off, I am also like I see this 1 hour gap. I think this can be our line in the sand for like real bearish momentum, because honestly, I know you said you might be looking for longs right here. I think as long as this hourly fair value gap holds, I like that. But if it doesn't, and we can get an inverse of that, I would actually be looking to target previous day's low, because we kind of have these relative equal lows right here. I like the way these are stacked up. So if we can get like an inverse of this might be like a New York session play. I could actually look for a short like this, also depending where midnight aligns and as we get more information. But for Asia session, these are my volume profile levels on the ES. So we got previous day's POC right here. Now it has been engaged already. So we've already tapped the POC. So I don't necessarily need to be looking for a move towards it because it's been engaged already. And we had this nice rejection right here on the 15-minute. I mean, I think for this session, I'm going to keep things really simple. We got this 15-minute gap right here. I want to short inside this gap, and this could be my line in the sand. It also aligns with a 5-minute. It's pretty much identical. We got previous day's value area low right here. I like these little lows. These don't look super strong. So I would like to get short somewhere around here. and just look to target these equal lows for a short scalp for the Asia session. We got 4 minutes until the kill zone comes in, so we will get that injection of volatility in a few minutes. Yeah, I think we actually have a pretty decent idea to put into play, which is refreshing because last week Asia session was not great. You know, we tried. I mean, it's funny because it was my first week doing these streams consistently, and we just got awful price action all week. So this is looking good though. I really like trading Sunday night opens because there just tends to be a good amount of volatility with the market just opening up. But that's what I'm seeing, man.
Great, man. No, I really like how you expanded your analysis to allow for further downside. I think that's also very much in play. You know, that will still be that'd be great to see. You know, if we can come even and discount more and hit that previous day's low. You know, before we actually then continue on further up, that's going to even make the long even juicier. I would really like to see that those discounts come in. I hope they do. But as we know with NASDAQ, man, sometimes it will just touch that discount. And that's what we did on Friday. We touched the discount of that long-term range. Oh, no, sorry, of that, like I wouldn't even say long-term range. It's like the range from basically the week. So we grinded up the whole of last week. On the last day, on Friday, we literally touched into the discount of that range and then have just started to grind up since then. So it's like, okay, is that going to be the pullback in totality, or are we going to continue to have a bit more of a further pullback? It's really hard to say with NASDAQ, but I'm open to both. But I think for us, like you said, scalping today, just looking to get that easy target, it's very clear. And I hope everyone's, you know, dialed in to take a trade as well. I'm very curious to see if anyone's biased long or if anyone else has the same feedback or the same analysis as us. But just so you know, you're looking for pretty much an identical setup to what I'm looking for in NASDAQ. But, I guess ES has come into that fair value gap quite strong. We only have just touched it now in NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is... NASDAQ is, although the same setup, it's just like it's a little bit lagging behind by the seams of it.
So this is what I love about also looking at the NQ in line with ES, because little things like that, right? You could be just looking at ES and be like, oh, we tapped into the gap, let me get short. But NQ might just be lagging behind a little bit, and you might get that one more drive back up, and it could just, just helps give a little more context. We did just tap into it now, kind of swept out this high. I'm really tempted to get started, but I don't want to be too preemptive. But also, like, if I did get in right here, what kind of stop would I need? I could have like a solid 7-point stop. That would be way above invalidation for the overall idea. I'm not going to take it at this exact moment, but I mean, I feel pretty confident we're going to take these lows. So I like it. So we'll see. We will see. I'm definitely tempted to get started. Well, you know what we should do? Let's talk about Friday, though, because I think we were both red, right? I was red on Friday. It was a pretty tough price action for me. I don't know what it was. I was looking for the short, and it just wasn't happening. But what's funny is the long didn't really work that well in the New York session either. Like we had a really good longs in the overnight sessions and before NFP. But after that, it was more just a terrible range in market. So I got caught off guard. I was down like $600 per account. So nothing too crazy either. But you know what? I might actually want to get started on this. I'll wait.
Okay.
Wait a second. But real quick, one last thing. Oh no, go ahead. Are you taking a trade?
No. I was just about to say I'm going to wait until we at least get into the 50% of that range that I mentioned before, which taps in just a little bit deeper into the fair value gap. So unless we really see some clear lower time frame entry model here, like the 1 minute breaks like its structure or something like that, I might then take an entry.
I'm trying.
You got in?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll see, but I'm going to give it a lot of room at first. I might feel silly about it in a moment. I'm always so excited to take a trade when the market first opens. sometimes to my detriment, but it's okay.
Well, I've got one. I've got one in gold. I've already taken a trade in gold this morning. I was
You
sort
still
of
in it?
looking at. Sorry.
Are you still in it?
Yeah. I'm still in it. I'll look at how price closed. I was really shattered, man, because really, well, I got torn up on Friday because of gold and nothing to do with the strategy. The strategy was really, it was there. I think it was just the way that I had traded it a little bit. I was a little bit preemptive, and I used my shots a little bit too early. So that's why it ended up causing me to close my Nasdaq trade early, which was the only really profitable trade that I had, and I ended up taking then losses on gold. It was a bit of a mess, but man, had that trade worked out, my account would be like in 5K profit at the moment, from 100 to 105. So I was like,
Mhm.
that was very much a
That
shame.
must
But
have
I'm
been brutal, man. Yeah.
brutal, but I'm currently 3K in drawdown, 3% there. You can see
3%. Okay.
3%. Yeah, which is what I ended the week on. Last week, 3% drawdown. So I've got, fortunately, man, with the CFD accounts, another 7% left. So we know that's not going to be coming in. I'm definitely going to have some profit
Oh, so
before then. So
by the way, guys, I just closed it. I'm actually gonna wait a minute. So I took like a few clicks. I was silly. I'm gonna wait a minute and try and get in on a limit order. We'll see if we can get one more sweep up. I felt that was kind of silly. So
yeah,
quick paper cut.
so,
But with funding pips,
mhm,
bro, do you get 10% drawdown?
10%, man, 10% static. So
It's fine.
it's so lenient, man. Like even on a bad day, bad trading day, it's just like 3%. Might be one of my biggest losing days that I can imagine I would have before I like call it a day. It's just it's so reasonable. It's so reasonable. So I'm really comfortable trading with these conditions. It allows me to not be too stressed out about the account, because I know just one good trading session and I'll be well into the green. So it's just chilling. It's just chilling, man. Funding pips,
100%.
funding pips for me
You
at the
use
moment
a
is good.
high risk reward system, so
Sometimes.
one trade though will make that back for you.
Well, yeah, the gold trade at the moment is really like this is a trade that could really take profit during Asia, and we're
You
looking at
want to
a
go
3
over
to
it?
1.
Let's go over your trade.
Um,
If you want to get your screen up.
we can. I just don't want. Also, want to make sure we don't miss anything on Nasdaq.
Sure,
Because I've
sure.
currently we've just popped into the fair value gap here, or sorry, the 50% of that range. So, how about you watch out for Nasdaq for me, and I'll go over the gold position.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll make sure if anything
Yeah,
starts happening, I'll
let me know.
we'll move back. Yeah, let me know when you got your screen up.
All right, getting onto it now. So, okay, let's go, boys. So, taking a look at what I was looking at on Friday. Look at this. This is the man. Sometimes I love gold, eh? So, this is what I had on gold. So I faffed this trade. I had a trade going from here to here. Ended up getting tapped out like just for break even, like just for break even. And what a shame, right? I mean, ended up running then to the
So
target, but that was a scalp.
yeah,
Yeah, preemptive on these two shorts. So it went short, and got tapped out. The short ended up happening just here. But being realistic with myself, I should never have taken these. I was looking at like 1 minute price action, one minute for value gap. And to be honest with you, we didn't even break structure on the 1 minute. Like what I would usually look for is a breakdown of like what we had here. And then, come within 50% and then look for a trade above the 50%. That would have been fire.
yeah,
Although that one was a little bit late. There was a second entry here, which I ended up getting in, but because of NFP was risk handle right here. I ended up getting up a break even, and of course ran down to my target. So, this one was again a break even trade. What a shame. But the ultimate target for me was here, although where I could start looking for longs was exactly where we landed right here. So you can see 000, that's a midnight price. So I mentioned last week, for those that we're there. And I like to look at midnight opens on for gold specifically. So for some reason they react really well. So it's just a key level that I would use, but of course in the discount. So I'm looking at this range from here to here. So this is the larger range from here to here, and ultimately we may get into we already got into discount. So we came into premium, came into discount, back into premium. So now ultimately we could be looking to have another push up to then break higher, because we've already had that pullback. So shorts right now are not looking as strong for gold.
Yeah.
So looking at within this range from here to here, what are the key levels that we have that we can look at to go long? Well, there's a midnight open there. There's a midnight open here. There's a fair value gap here, as we can see on the 2 hour. But if we go to the 4, no fair value gap here, just that little one. Let's see if so on the 8 hour there, it's looking much stronger. So discount, fair value gap. We could continue lower. There's another midnight open price, but for me, it's at least worthwhile to look for at least some sort of rebalance, right, of this short-term range. So I'm looking at this as a short-term range. We closed into the level on Friday, and on today, from that level, we broke this structure up. We broke that structure right there. We've come down, fair value gaps holding, and now I'm looking at okay, well, that looks like a bit of a 5-minute structural change there. So I would expect for that to really continue up until and then to rebalance. So that's enough for me, enough price action at a key level to decide to go long. So that's what I've done.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how much
and
risk you got on that trade?
Risk is 1K, so just 1% of the account, which is all that I would really look at, 1%, and so reward would be roughly 3K for that one. I think it worked out to be a little bit more. It's actually 1.3K risk for this one. I must have slightly calculated it incorrectly, but 1.3K to make, which I'll set the target now. I haven't set the target yet. Let's have a look what the target will end up being. So about 3.8. That's what it will end up being, the target. But that's it. So that's what I'm looking for there. From this level, we could either continue down to that level, or we could decide to hold this area and hold that as support. So it could be something like boom down there, hold this level. If we start to hold that level then, and this ends up being like the new higher low, I could even look to continue long again. But for now, just up to here. Nice. And that's it. That's the gold. So obviously it's coming down a little bit now, but we'll see how we go.
I like it. I'm
pretty sure it would hold. Yeah.
You know what, guys? We got a few more people in here. Do we want to do the giveaway now?
Okay.
Guys, let me know in the comments. There's probably, I feel like the Sunday night streams, there's actually a bit less people that get involved because it's Sunday night. People are chilling. But also I should mention I'm getting back. I got back into my short here. So
you're shorting now.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give it about 20 ticks here. 6,011 stop loss. And I just don't want to see us get back above this 15-minute gap. So this is a risk entry, I like to call it, where I'm not waiting for confirmation signal to go down. I'm just getting involved in my PD array, which is this 15-minute fair value gap. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I like how we held this previous day's point of control. I think we have a clear draw on liquidity to go down to take these lows out. So I like the setup. It's
solid.
I think it's a solid setup. If it loses, I can't cry if it loses. It's a solid setup. And I don't have to let it go to my full stop, right? I could cut it. That's how I trade. I might cut it early.
Yeah.
I want to see it, like, I don't want to see it go too deep in a drawdown. I want to see it start going towards my targets, and then I can manage it from there. But yeah,
Well,
I
for
think it
sure.
makes sense. Again, we have that high time frame SMT divergence, but maybe Asia wants to be difficult and like just be extra choppy. But I think it's a coherent idea to just take one more leg down and take out this low. So we
Yep.
will see about that. But yeah, guys, if you want me to do the giveaway, let me know in the comments. If not, I'll wait a few minutes. But yeah, we'll see. We're
Man, I'm
just
not.
break
Uh,
even right now. So
yep, I'm very much ready to take the entry on any signal now because we're right in the area where I would like to take the trade from. So now it's just about me getting something on the lower time frame to really signal go for it. Ideally, some sort of big push up on the 1 minute inversion. And then so a push up, then a push down, like some sort of rejection or something like that would be ideal.
yeah,
Otherwise,
so
given
that would
the
be like even for my short, that would make it that would be the high probability entry signal if we wait for the
yeah,
inversion. So that'd be like we honestly, with the way this just came out, we could sweep up one more time and then get the inversion. So we'll see. But I got a lot of room there, so I could just let this kind of rock for now. We're only in on one
yeah,
contract, so nothing crazy. All right, some people are saying do the giveaway. Let's do it. No Name says do it so we could look at the charts.
yeah,
James Freddy says, I've been trading macros during Asia, but the moves in NQ have been at odd times between hourly macros. Yeah, I don't really mess around with the macros too much. I did look at them for a little while, but I just focus on price action at this point. But they can be helpful, at least for me. They were helpful in regards of just like narrowing down when I'm going to be looking for setups. Like it just gave me certain time windows to lock in and focus on a particular setup. So they could, yeah, a lot of people use them, but I don't really use them these days. But that's interesting, bro. Yeah, I know a lot of people do well with them. All right, let's do the
yeah.
giveaway though. All right, so I
Let's
got the
go.
post in here. It's gonna pick 5 winners because I'm giving away 5 accounts. Let me go over just what we're gonna be giving away here. We got a ton. I got a ton of engagement on it too. A lot of people entered, over 400. So
Ah,
we're giving away 250K in elite challenges to top 1 futures. So they're challenges, not straight to funded, FYI, but still free either way. All they had to do was like, follow, and retweet the post. And like I said, we're giving them away on stream here. So let's just put it into this website right here. I got the link right here, and it's going to draw 5 winners for us. Let's see. All right, here are the winners. We got J89, Mr. Canero, Phoenix 13FX, Banya R, and Sisug 87076. So I'm going to screenshot this and I'll make sure to send you guys a DM and we can work it out. If you are on stream, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I will. I'll send a message to you guys on X, probably later tonight when we get off stream, and I'll hook you up with those accounts. Congrats to the winners, guys. More giveaways to come too. Maybe not just from Top One Futures. Hopefully, I can give away some accounts from some other firms soon. But congratulations, guys. Hell yeah.
congrats to the winners. Awesome.
That's it. That's it. Now we can get back to the charts.
Yes,
James
sir.
says I should have more live stream viewers. I agree, bro. But the only way that happens is if we keep doing them consistently. So we'll just keep grinding away until it grows.
Yep. And hopefully we can get onto some good trades as well. That'll
Yes,
help.
sir. You want to look at your charts at all right now, bro? So you seeing anything?
Nothing too exciting for me at the moment. I'm no course for action. We've got a bit of a push down happening on gold. It might even get stopped out here. Actually, it's not reacting at all the way that I thought that it would. So, pretty close. Yep, just looks like it just got tapped just then. So, GG. That one's out.
Nice.
So, maybe the next level. Maybe the next level for that one. So I'll wait for the next level on gold, and we'll see what happens with Nasdaq then.
Oh yeah, moving slow right now. We're about 15 minutes into the kill zone. But see that as
Yep.
soon as we hit that 8 p.m. hour, we get that drive of volatility, a little bit of extra push. So what I like to see in Asia actually at the kill zone hour is like a kind of Judas swing move. So an initial move away from what I think the draw and liquidity is, give us an opportunity for a better entry, and then try and get in. So that was also part of the thought process. But yeah, we just got to be pitching right now. It's still pretty slow, man. I mean, Asia had been really good the past couple of months, but it's been a little slower since last week. So hopefully it picks up again. I don't have any like 5-minute inversions I could work with here to like help give me confidence. See if there's a 1 minute anywhere in here. There's not even a 1 minute inversion I could work with. But sometimes that's good too, because it kind of means that this move may not have a lot of displacement. There we go. We're getting a little push down.
I was gonna say I'm pretty much ready to enter here.
You gonna join me?
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Possibly. It'll be a little bit preemptive. I might give it another minute, at least 1 minute. I'm gonna start planning in the position now. At least. Let's have a look. No, not yet.
Yeah, coming back up. Still pretty slow, but let's see.
Yeah.
You got someone in the chat's interested in the longs on gold with you, Aiden.
Yeah.
GC
cool.
swept lows, interested in longs above 3332.
3332. As the target, or is where you're entering? Because that's.
Okay. I guess I think he wants to wait till it gets above that to start like properly looking for an entry.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, right. I'll be pretty close to my target from there, to be honest. Yeah, but I'm gonna let it fall a bit lower now. I'm looking for my next level at 3294. So 3294 comes in, and I'm going to be again looking for longs.
Nice. Someone else says they got a limit order on gold at 3302.
I wonder if that's 33. Oh, cool. Yeah, nice. I like that. That'll be a decent entry. I'm very confident on that level. That that 3294 level, being it's going to hold. I'm very confident on that one.
Nice. Yeah, for NASDAQ, I really just, as soon as we get that break below the value area low again, I'll feel pretty good about this trade. But what I'm thinking might happen here with my entry, I think if I'm right, my stop is well protected. Obviously, I'm going to want to trail that as soon as it gets in my favor, as I do. But I could see something like this happening maybe first. Like maybe we sweep one more time and then create that fair value gap.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta be prepared for maybe one more swipe up against me, even if I'm right. But I really, at the end of the day, like this is the clear invalidation for me, is if we get back above the 15-minute gap, idea's dead. So, that's the kind of thing I look for. Like I want to draw on liquidity, I want a good entry point, and then I want a clear invalidation. I have a clear invalidation. So at that point, it's just like we just let the trade play out and try to manage risk.
Definitely agree. Yeah, we'll see how our price ends up going, but we very much could even just tap the top of that fair value gap, and reverse from there. Even that would be completely valid.
Yeah.
So to me, that would be, because I haven't entered yet, would be ultimately ideal. Like that'll be if we got to the very top, the extreme, and then rejected off it even on the 1 minute, that would be a level where I would be like, okay, I don't need confirmation, because the risk reward on that would just be so good that it's worth taking, because that would be a risk reward that would add an extra 2 or 3 R onto the position from there. So that would be one that I would definitely justify just entering, but until we get to the level.
Here's something that could be useful. So when I don't have a fair value gap on the 5 minute and the 1 minute. I also check out the 3 minute. Sometimes you could find a good inversion there. We did just get a 3 minute inversion. Again, I kind of hold less weight onto 3 minutes, but it's what I got right now. So let's see if we can at least hold below that. But like I said, I also wouldn't be surprised if we get that one more sweep up kind of thing, and then create one. So we'll see. But got that marked off.
Yeah, I'd take it on NQ if we got the 3 minute inversion. I haven't got it yet on NQ, but if we get it, I'll take it too.
Yeah, a lot of people, I know a lot of guys who actually really like the 3 minute because it gives you a little extra, like, instead of going with the 1 minute, it gives you a little bit more confirmation where you could be a little more confident, but you're not waiting for that 5 minute candle. Because especially with NQ, I mean, a 5 minute candle could move a crazy amount of points with the right volatility. So you can kind of get still a decent confirmation, but a bit more of an aggressive entry looking at those 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm watching this 3 minute on NQ as well. That'd be good if we can get confidence there.
Yeah. I'd be happy with it. Like, we got 3 bullish candles in a row that make up that fair value gap. So if we invert it, which also takes us outside of the 15 minute fair value gap, additionally, which it will on NQ, that's what more do I need, So it's perfect, really. That's what I really was looking for. Push up into premium and some sort of reaction out of that fair value gap. It's really the final line of confirmation. But I'd only be looking for about 2R on this position for me personally. So it's not a big move, not a huge move anyway, but that's okay though.
Yeah, same here. So I mean, I feel really good about if this plays out. Like, I think we should take these lows, which would be nice because I like to try to look for 10 points on the ES. That's what I like to look for. My stops usually start around 25. Well, they'll usually start around like 25 ticks, 25 to 20 ticks, and then I'm looking for 40 ticks, which is 10 points. But that's probably not going to hit while we're on stream. I mean, it could if the volatility picks up. But so I might be sitting in this trade even when we get off stream. We'll see. But that's going to be my target here, which would be just before these equal lows.
Yeah.
So I like to front run my target a lot, just in case it wants to be a piece of shit and like reverse right before taking it. So it helps me out a lot. It's like if I can get good risk reward right before we take the low, I go with that. Because also, how many times do you see this happen, right? Like, it is going to end up hitting your target, but it's going to do this. It's going to drop and then stop right here for a little while, consolidate, and then you're just sitting in that trade for an extra hour waiting for that full target. So, I like to do that. I'll place my TP though, and maybe I close
I'm in
it
the trade with you, man. Let's go.
Oh, you're in? All right, we're in together.
I'm
nice.
in. Yep.
So we're gonna look for
look at that.
5. Nice.
He's pushing.
Yeah.
Okay. Got in just in time.
Looking good. So at this point, I'm trailing my stop now to 6,009. And that's how I reduce risk, just like that, guys.
I can't quite trail yet for me, but
yeah, sure.
I am in. Let's have a look where I might place my TP myself as well. See how much we're planning to make here.
Anyone else in this trade with us? Anyone taking the shorts? Yeah, I mean, I love getting in on 15-minute fair value gaps because it's just such a clear invalidation. Like, if you're looking for a 15-minute gap to hold intraday, like that's just such clear invalidation for you.
Yeah, man. It's good.
That 3-minute inversion, looking good.
Yeah, no, this is a clear setup, man. I was very keen on getting in on this one.
Nice. No Name took it on the 3-minute inversion as well. Hell yeah.
Oh, join in. Party.
Let's go. Sunday night open.
Yep.
You know what, Aiden, you want to get your chart up real quick? I got gotta take a piss real quick. So
Yep.
maybe you can man the fort real quick. I'll be right back.
Yep. I gotcha. No worries.
I'll put your screen up in a sec.
Let me just get this going then. Okay, we're on.
Perfect. There we go.
All right. So whoever's got their limit 33.02 for gold, it's going to come in shortly, very close. I'm personally looking at this level here. Okay, and we got gold, NQ did exactly as I wanted to do, as we spoke to at the start of the stream. For those who are there, came into the premium of this. So even though my bias was short, it's really important being patient to wait. I'll always find it so helpful to wait until a premium of a short-term range. Yeah, if I was looking for a short, vice versa for a long. Always pays to be patient. Like I used to just like look at the price coming down there. My bias was short, just take entry, go for it. Then I realized it would always pull back there anyway, and I'd be able to get much better risk to reward, get better confirmation, and yeah, just far better. So here we go. And also, one thing I was looking at, which I didn't mention, which was the inversion on this side. When we came to the top of it, I was like, okay, this is, like something that I was looking at as just because I was trying to find other layers of confluence. I'm not going to say this is always a part of the strategy, but I did notice it there, and I did notice the flip, and then this also support line, this flipped line as well, these are both in the premium. So it really made me switch on at that level. That's really all it was. I was like, okay, we're on here, boys. Let's look to see if we can find a reason to enter. Which then inverting that level was like, yeah, okay, we'll do that.
I like it.
Any questions? To look after 3 minutes. Yeah, good. Yep. Oh, okay. So I just noticed, James, you mentioning GC. That's why the price was a little bit different to what I was looking at on gold, where your level was. Do you take your pee, Zach, or you're just hanging around still?
No, I'm back already, bro. I'm quick.
Hey, that was quick.
Yeah, this trade's looking pretty good so far. I don't want to get cocky. But let's take a look. I really like the way this 15-minute is shaping up here. Once again, like when we create a 15-minute leg like this, and I'm bearish, when we see this to the upside, I mean, there's not a single fair value gap in here, which again just shows a lack of displacement, right? So to me, this is in a more classic sense, like this is our bear flag, hopefully, of a more slow grind up, and see how we're getting this. This is some displacement. So showing everything that we want to see. And, I'm going with the low hanging fruit target somewhere around here. The only thing we got to be cautious of is it is Asia session. I mean, looking for 40 ticks on the end on ES in the Asia sesh. I mean, it happens, but it's also it's more of a choppy, slower session. So looking for like 25, 30 ticks is usually a better, like you'll have an easier time in the Asia sesh trying to trade ES, but I just think this makes a lot of sense. So for now, we're going to be looking for that full target, but we'll see what happens. If we can get down towards, I don't know, like 998 and it starts pulling back, I might close it and take my money, but we'll see if we get there. I really want to see us hold below the value area low now, though. We're back below it at least.
My target's way lower than yours, man. My target's actually below that low. Far below that low, actually. So, but for me, the context today just it does call for it. Like we have already had such a big move during Asia. Now we've just pulled back. So price is moving. It's not like last week when we're looking for a move.
Yeah,
when price isn't moving, it's a little bit different. But when price is moving, to me, it's okay. It's okay to look for that little bit extra.
For sure. And you're okay with holding it. I mean, you'll hold your trade for a few hours. You got no problem.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll hold. I could hold this through your overnight session, like through the Euro session. I'll hold it through the New York session again.
Yep.
Like, I'm fine with that. No problem at all. I'm
Yeah.
actually, for me, it's worse to get out at break even on a play that eventually runs to TP. Like, the amount of times that happens, the amount of profit I've given up from doing that, is just like insane. I'd much
Yeah. No,
rather just take the loss, man. Seriously.
yeah. I understand. I understand that logic. For me, at least when it comes to Asia sesh, though, I just don't like going to sleep with open positions. So
Yeah.
you're up all for Asia sesh is the start of your day, so you could manage
Yeah.
that trade and watch it. For me, it's like
Yeah.
once I close the charts at night, I don't want to be thinking about a trade when I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Hey, Erkin, you're in short.
Again,
Is anyone long? Is anyone at all long?
yeah,
Curious.
let us know if you're fading us or if you see something else. But all
Yeah.
right, W's for Ercon. He's short with us. Let's go. I'm still so worried because it's Asia, bro, that it's gonna do some bullshit like what I've been saying. Like we're still gonna get this sweep up first. But we'll see.
You're the jaded Asia trader.
I am, yeah. I am. I'm thinking we'll chill. I'll stay on stream for another like 10, 15 minutes. I just realized my laptop's almost gonna die. So we'll do another 10, 15 minutes. Hopefully it'd be great if we could hit TP on the stream, but we will see.
Let's see how we go. Still in a bit of profit, but retracing. So yeah, definitely happy to hold this though. We definitely got a good reaction enough to hold it.
NQ looks nice.
Oh.
I mean, we created a 5-minute gap. So you could, if you want to just like keep changing up your invalidations, like we on that move down, we created a 5-minute bearish gap. Ideally, in a perfect world, this is now going to hold and we will not get an inverse of this.
Oh yeah.
But
that's a good point. Could move the stop above the high.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
me,
Like I don't even think I'll allow this. I won't even allow this trade go up to my reduced stop. I'll cut it before that if that happens.
Oh, okay. Well, we're coming into that 5-minute fair value gap now. So ideally it just falls off the face of the earth. Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yep.
There we go. Hold that reaction. Ideally, if the 5-minute cannot close back above the value area low, that would look really good.
Let's go. This one will hit, man. Very confident this trade will hit.
It looks good. It does look good.
Yeah. I've got supreme confidence in this one. I'm no doubts at all. This is a really good setup. It's the ones that I look for.
Yeah, no, it's a good setup. Maybe you got to full port it then, bro. Come on. 100 lots. 100 lots.
I have to stop myself from wanting to do that. So let's not.
Here we go. This is the Asia session trading we need, though. We need movement. Looks like hopefully it stays for the week.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Damn, Bitcoin's gone a bit. Had a really nice setup this morning too, but I wouldn't say really nice. It was like I'd probably say like a B class setup. So I stayed out of it, but it looks like it's working. A bit of a long on Bitcoin moving up. I decided not to go for it because, like I said, it was a bit B class. But
how is Bitcoin on the CFD firms? Because that's one thing. If you're a crypto trader and you're trying to trade futures props, like you can trade Bitcoin, but I don't know, the way they like structure the contract size, it's like insane. Like it moves an insane amount of points in futures, like with the way they structure it, that it's really dangerous. You basically, I don't know anybody that trades Bitcoin on the futures.
Yeah, I know. With CFDs, it's okay because you can, the contracts are split up so much. Like, you can just trade 0.01. So, it works out okay. And yeah, I don't mind it for the type of trading that I do, because I trade, I think it's difficult to super scalp it because like there's decent spread on some firms.
I was going to say the spread's a bit larger than like even FX and indices, right?
Let's have a look at Look at this
That's
actually.
one thing
So
because I tried when I was still trading with my funded FX. I would play around with ETH and Bitcoin, but the spread would kill me, man. Like it had to be setups where I'm really low size and I'm looking
yeah,
for like hourly swings, like trading off the hourly chart. It's the only way
yeah.
because that spread will kill you if you're trying to low time frame
Mm.
trade.
Yeah, some firms are, but just looking at funding pips now, happy with it. The spread's actually fine on Bitcoin. So
Nice.
yeah, but other firms that I've used, which I can't even remember which ones were bad, but I remember really struggling with that in the past with spread. But I do like Bitcoin, man. They're pretty much the main three, the only three that I'm really focusing on at the moment: gold, Nasdaq, Bitcoin, and occasionally like that big platinum range when that comes in. But yeah, mainly that's the three that I'll look at. I'll just try and stay away from FX and everything else.
Yeah, feel that. Yeah, dude, FX is just. I mean, so many people in the Discord that we're a part of, they still trade euro, like, and they're just euro traders. I just don't know how they do it,
Yep,
man. That thing just
yep.
moves so weird for
They
me.
win,
I can't do
yeah,
it.
but they win, yeah. They make
Oh
money.
yeah, they're killers.
So
They're killers.
yeah, I don't know how they do it either. And it looks to me, it provides setups. It's just for me, the technical things that I look for are quite inconsistent on those pairs, and like on like FX, it just doesn't work as well for me. Um, so I'm happy to stick with what works. Like I love gold, man. Gold is just the more I look at it, the more technical I realize that it is. So gold's probably my favorite pair right now, I'd say.
I mean, it's great when you're trading Asia session too. Gold is nice.
Yeah, definitely. The only
What
problem
I've
is
seen,
gold sometimes. Yep.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
All I was gonna say is sometimes gold will lure me in with a subpar setup, and then the thing is about gold is it likes to come down to like the most prime level, but the good thing is then it reacts off those levels. So it might come to like what happened today, like hit a midnight level and it's just going to smash right through it, but then it will react off the other midnight level, which is like the most discount level in that range that I'm looking for. It'll hit it and then it will react off it. That's what always happens. Like it will tempt me with
Yeah,
the setup earlier, and then I can get whacked out. But the main thing with gold for me to stay in is like keep going, just trade the prime level. When I remember that, it's just such a fun time trading gold, man, because I always get a really nice risk to reward, and it always reacts off the levels that I look for. It's just beautiful.
love that. We're getting some nice movement here, guys. This is
Yep.
exactly what we want to see. Like the way these candles are printing right now is like beautiful. Look at that retest into that fair value gap and
Yeah.
previous day's
This is
value
what we
very
want.
low. No 5-minute closure. Looking really good. Like I don't see why we don't at least get down to 998.
Yep.
I feel pretty
Yep.
confident we'll at least reach there. So like if you are someone, if you're following us and you're more of a scalper, which I know a lot of you are, low hanging fruit for this setup, depending where your entry is, I think you are good for like 998.25. I think that's a really clear target for a scalp. But like I said, I just feel like this is pretty clear draw. So yeah, I like this. And like I was saying before, I mean, if we can get below here and then eventually like maybe inverse this gap overnight, I mean, I think previous day's low could be a great target for a deeper pullback, and then we continue higher. But we'll see. Again, I just trade level to level, but already I feel pretty happy about this trade because I initially had my stop up at 6,011, right? So this was how the
Mm.
setup looked at first. Put it up here. So entry here, initial stop 6,011, about 20 ticks, right? And then we were looking for 40. So it starts as a 1 to 2. And this is how I manage my trades. As it goes 1R, I can either go break even depending on how confident I am, or I reduce. So now I reduced down to 12 ticks. Now my R multiple is 3. And this saves me so much because at this point, guys, like once it's gone this deep into towards my target, if it goes back up to 6,009, like it's probably going to 6,011. So I might as well, I could cut the risk now, and just helps me so much save on, increasing that average R multiple. And really, I'll probably not even let it go back to my entry. Like I don't have it, I don't have my stop locked there yet, but I probably won't even let it get up here because I just see no point in doing that. Yo, yeah. Tyler's in the house, bro. You're a little late. I'm getting ready to close it up, but good to see you here, brother. Yo, Aiden, Tyler is, I don't know if you follow him on X, but great fucking trader. He's
awesome to have you, Tyler.
You awesome. Up, bro. He's withdrawing 6 figures from props recently.
Boom.
Yeah, he had like his breakout year. He's a killer.
All right, baller. Let's go.
Great trader. Yeah.
Great to hear.
Yeah, still got to get you on here, bro. I want to
500K
pick your minds, man.
That's what we want to see. Absolutely rinse those firms, my man. Rinse them for all they got.
500K on X, he says.
So that's the thing, man. We didn't start trading to make.
I'll be right back.
I'm down 500K. Oh no, you're down to rinse the firms. 100%, mate. Because like we didn't start trading to make 100K a year. You could get a job and make that, mate. Make 500K, make a mil, make more than that, mate. Make as much as you can. It's good. Once you know what you're doing, do whatever you can. Just do yourself a favor, man. If this is the first time that you've ever made good money, just stash that shit away and don't lose it. Because yeah, everyone seems to fall into that trap when they first make a bit of money. I know I did.
He went on Chart Fanatics recently too.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, that's. I would love to see her. Love to see it, mate. That's awesome. I'll definitely watch it once it's released because I haven't seen it there. Has it been released on Chart Fanatics?
Yeah, it's been released. It's on there. You should check it out.
I'll definitely check it out. So what do you trade, Tyler? Are you on NQ or ES at the moment? You're trading an Asia session or what's going on with you? Should be out soon, bro. Okay, cool. Is he okay, so it's releasing. Cool.
This trade's looking good. Tyler, I'm interested. You in a trade right now? Yep. So basically our analysis here.
Yeah, gold and NQ. You're same as me, brother. I do gold and NQ and Bitcoin. But yeah, you looking? I'm curious because I was scouting for longs this morning. On gold, I already got tapped out of that one, but it's coming down just about to the level where I want to be looking for another long. So I'm curious. Are you sharing now my analysis? I'm locked in on this position. By the way, it's definitely no one can sway me from going long there. But I'm curious. What are you looking for? Looking for GC longs, but my setup got invalidated. Okay, yeah. So you're probably looking for a level, trade around the level that I was then, because yeah, I ended up taking that long and got wrecked. But I have one more level, a little bit lower. Cool. Yeah, this one on NQ, man, it seems to be working out at the moment.
Oh, I had myself muted for a second. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Manipulation of the daily candle. Wanted to see an inversion fair value gap, but it didn't hold. Let's take a quick look at the daily. Okay. Oh yeah, I got you.
Yep. Yeah, Aiden, you want to put your chart up? If you're looking at gold, take a look.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take a look. Give me a second.
I'll keep us updated if we hit TP. Might have to stay on a few more minutes because it might actually end up hitting.
Yeah, that'll be sweet if we can get that on stream.
Yeah.
Okay, my screen's up now. Can we see it?
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. So I can imagine, yeah, you were looking for this daily fair value gap to hold, this one here, or you wanted to invert this one. But the thing is, though, right, is that was in sort of in the premium of this range. That's why I guess that fair value gap wasn't a huge point of interest for me. I was more looking for a level down here because it was more into actually came into discount a little bit, which was about here, which is this midnight price. But yeah, this zone here, I think is a fair value gap on the 8-hour, and then I've got a midnight price like at the bottom there of that 8-hour, and that's like well into the discount of this pool. Or this range here, which is really really solid. So I'd probably have like a target to the middle here to rebalance, and then a final target up here, which are what I'll be looking for gold. But yeah, I want to see definitely a bit of a reaction from there, like 5-minute, breaking structure on the 5-minute, or 5-minute inversion, something like that. But yeah, would definitely be keen to taking a position there if we can get it. But that's it. Really simple as that.
I like it, man. Yeah, we right now it's just a waiting game. I think we're good. Like I said, guys, 998. I think you're good to reach 998. That shouldn't be a problem. But I'm gonna hold out for my full target here. Again, now we'll be sitting at 3R. I haven't actually moved my stop to break even, but like I said, I will not let it come back and tag me out for a loss. So I'll have to deal with that if it wants to pull back. That's fine. But
yeah,
just got to be patient here. I feel pretty good. Like I said, that as long as this inversion holds up.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I've already reduced my stop above the current, where we basically entered from, but not quite to break even, just above that high, I guess, that we made, that short-term high. Just I moved my stop there. That's enough for me. I'll not break even because, like I said, that's just not quite enough room. But above that high, it pretty much cuts my stop pretty much exactly in half. I'm happy with that. So
it makes sense because I think my entry, I took it a little bit earlier than you before we got the confirmation. You waited for the confirmation signal.
True.
So I understand. You probably don't want it. You go to break even, it might be a little more dangerous.
Definitely, man. Yeah, like for me, break even's right in the middle of a 5-minute fair value gap. It's like, no, man, can't do that.
Facts. Can't do that. That's fair. All right, guys. Though I'm probably gonna hop off. I mean, this is it though. This is the trade. At least we didn't call any losses. I mean, if you got in when I got in, you got a safe break even. Like you can move your stop. I'm going to move my stop right as I get off here. But we're looking for 996 on the NQ, or even maybe a couple ticks lower. Take out these relative equal lows. Again, as long as this bearish SIBI holds up, I'm happily going to sit in this trade as long as we stay below the previous day's value area low. Of course, it's Asia session. If it wants to be lame and just chop, it's always possible. But right now, no reasons to get out of this trade, like absolutely none. Again, we get a closure above 6,004 on the ES, then it'll be a little more hairy. But I got a few ticks in between that for my break even, so I feel safe sitting in this trade. Aiden, anything you want to go over before we hop off?
No, man. I think we're good. I think we just hang on tight. We can check in again when we stream again, which I'm sure we will soon. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good and good holding this, and I think we've added everything that we needed to today for this session. So I'm stoked.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you again, as always, everyone, for tuning in. Means a lot to me. Again, subscribing to the channel means a lot to me. Like the video, comment, all that stuff. Just happy to have people watching us stream. It's awesome. And yeah, I will definitely be live again on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. Hopefully, Aiden will be here to tune in with me. That's always good. He's the man. But that's about it. Any socials to plug? Yeah, let me plug my X accounts. I got you. And Aiden, if you want to throw yours in the chat, you might as well.
I can find it. Right. Give me a second.
No, why my computer's like being slow right now?
Join the chat. Oh, I can't join the chat. Here we go. I'm going to send it to you on Discord so you can send it because I'm not in the chat for some reason. Here you go. You can link it there if you like. If people want to see what I've got going on, yeah, cool. cool. I occasionally post some stuff on X, so yeah, you can definitely check it out.
Yep, that's my X though. I am Zarb, and I just linked Aiden's X account as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, we'll be back either Wednesday or Thursday. I try to not give a specific day because I want to make sure that I think there's actually going to be volatility in the Asia session. So that's why I say Wednesday or Thursday. But Sunday night open, I'm always live around 7:30 or 8 p.m. to trade the open. But that's
Good
it.
session.
And I'm live on TV, guys, 3 days a week. That is a private streaming service. There is a paywall, but it's me, Austin Silver, James Bruce, Evan Dyer. There's like a whole team of us, and we stream pretty much the entire New York session until like noon, 1 p.m. Look at this. Oh, I'm so tempted to stay on, but I gotta go. My lady's calling. I know she's the computer. But yeah, guys, I will talk to you. We'll be back. We'll be back in a few days. Thanks again, Aiden, as always, and talk soon.
No worries. Hope we all made some money.
Yes, sir.
Catch us all later.
Peace, guys.